Welcome to Kingdom Self Business. Have you ever thought what qualities will make a young innovator, say a teenage innovator? What are the qualities you look for? What are the qualities you see that will make you to think that you are an innovator? First, I need to correct the innovators. Only 2% of the population. The real innovators, whether it's teenager or adult, well, I think it's increasing. Maybe it will have increased to like 3% by now because we have a lot of young innovators coming up. So, but what are the things that make an innovator? That's what I want to talk about today. So, the first one is curiosity. That's number one. Curiosity. So curiosity, number one. What do we mean by curiosity? So innovators have a sense of being curious about how things work, why things work, what makes things to work, why is this like this? They're just curious. They just want to know why. They want to know the basis. I remember when I was a teenager and I was a math student, the only thing I cared about is first principle. So even if they taught us any formula, like Pythagoras theory, they gave us a formula, I never applied the formula. Throughout, even in exams, I never applied the formula. I always solved the problem through first principle. Same thing with calculus. Calculus, they say, hey, dy dx is so. They gave you the formula. I never like to apply the formula. Rather, I derive the solution using first principle. So, being curious to know the underlying factor, what is the basis? What's the basis of things is one of the qualities of a teenage innovator. Okay? And because they are curious, of course, they have a special quality of what? Of creativity. What is creativity? Creativity is a product of imagination. So when somebody is curious about how things work or why things work, and they begin to think, oh, maybe I can do it better. Why is it not working this way? Why is it working that way? Then we begin to see that ideas begin to flow through that person's mind. And those are revelations that leads to creativity. Another quality of a teenage innovator is resilience. What is resilience? Resilience means they understand that attempting to find a solution to something does not come like that. So they understand that they might have to endure to learn. Maybe if you learn a formula, I give you an example, it will take you like maybe 5 minutes to learn a formula for Pythagoras theorem, for example, right? Or formula for calculus, dy dx. But it will take you greater time to learn by first principle. So if I'm solving a problem by first principle, I might use 3 pages to solve that problem. Whereas somebody using the formula will just use half a page and solve the problem. But what's the difference? The difference is innovators are cultivating the habit of endurance, of resilience. And they understand that even if you fail at getting the solution, the first time, second time, third time, or whatever, they say whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Hi there. I just want to take a moment to shout out to you, our viewers. If you are not yet a subscriber, I want to appeal to you to hit the subscribe button now. This will enable us to continue to make videos like this just for you. My promise to you is this. If you are a subscriber and you put in the comment section the kind of topic or video you want, I will go ahead and do a research and make a video just for you. That's my promise to you. Enjoy the rest of the video. God bless. I remember that we're given a problem one time in I think my lower six, and the guy knew. He said he knew. Later, he told us it was an astronaut. He said he knew we couldn't find a solution to the problem, but he wanted to test how resilient we are. That is, you try to find the solution, you cancel it, this doesn't work. You try to find another solution, you cancel it doesn't work. So he told us to submit all our rough works. So some people had 5 pages, some people had 8 pages. I had 25 pages of it doesn't work. It doesn't work. That is resilience. Resilience. Enduring. And eventually, the solution was revealed to me in a dream. And I now noticed, I haven't understood this work, that being curious and imagining and resilience means you are communicating with God about what you think is important to you. Because God answers prayers, God gives you a solution to that problem. Another quality is what? Problem-solving skills. Problem-solving skills. Problem-solving skills. Problem-solving skills means, like I said, being resilient means you have to step out of your comfort zone. So that means you're not going to rely basically on what you have. You're going to rely on the skills, what you have present, but you're going to rely on the skills inside of you to step out of the comfort zone. You'll be ready to make yourself uncomfortable. So you'll be ready to stay overnight sometimes. You'll be ready to try and develop your skills. So that means if you are not getting solution to a problem, maybe your skills are not good enough. That means you're ready to go and learn. Go and improve those skills. Go and learn more skills. And now come back to solve that problem. Another skill is adaptability. Being adaptable to changing environments. I remember there was a guy that came to us, and they did not have him in my lower six. He did not have a physics teacher throughout in his school. There was no physics teacher, but he was determined to be an engineer. So how can you be an engineer without learning physics? It's like, except you want to do a miracle. So he realized he had to have a credit in physics before he can get admission to engineering school. So when he came to us, he offered us money. Me and my friend, he offered us money because we had very good physics teachers. So he offered us money to teach him physics at our spare time. Me 1 hour, my friend 1 hour. He said he will give us money, even though he was not really giving us money. Maybe he bought us food or something. But he offered us something so that we know we had something to gain. So he was able to adapt. That my environment was not good enough. Now I have an environment where I'm in a physics class. I have good physics students, so let me adjust. So they are very adaptable. They can make themselves uncomfortable in order to get what they want. Another quality is empathy. Empathy is so strong in innovators. What is empathy? Empathy means you see a problem and you feel that people are really suffering by having that problem around them. You walk to a place, you walk to a poor African country and you saw people starving. A lot of people will just pass by and say, hey, these people are not looking good, they have not eaten. But an innovator have empathy. Is thinking, this is wrong. Right? Is thinking, hey, don't worry, things will be better. He's comforting them. Don't worry, things will be better. Then in his mind, he's thinking, how can I make it better? How can I make it better? So they have empathy. So why am I saying all these qualities? Because I identify that in most of my teachings, I realize that most of the time I'm talking to the 2%. I'm talking to innovators. So peradventure somebody is not an innovator, does not have those qualities, might feel, oh, I'm out of place. No, you are not out of place. Just mean you might not be one of the 2%. You might be one of the next 50%, general public, which is okay. But the 2% will have most of these qualities in them naturally. These are not qualities they develop. These are qualities that you see naturally. Unconsciously, you see these qualities in them. The next one is critical thinking. Critical thinking. When they say, hey, we have a problem in this company, we have to find a solution. Who are those that take the challenge up? The innovators. Critical thinking. I remember I was in an organization and we're generating money for a non-charity, a charity organization, and we're thinking, how do we raise funds? So, and I said, the funds we were raising was too small because we're developing wells in less privileged nations. And I said, hey, this number of wells we are producing is too small. Let's up this game. Now, how do we up the game? We're raising $30,000, right? And I said, why don't we up it to 1 million? And it was like, I blew everybody up. I lost everybody, including the visionary. Everybody was lost. And I took it up as a challenge for myself that these people think it's not possible. Let me think. Let me see how it can be possible. And over the course of the following 1 week, I was doing research. I was thinking, I was imagining and doing research. I was in a library up to late hours in the night trying to figure out how these things could be possible. And at the end of the day, I brought a solution. I marked some solutions. How this will be possible. But guess what? I still lost them. But in my mind, I thought, was I crazy? Did I spend all those hours for nothing? If all these things, people think, they still think, they did not even want to attempt any of those solutions I provided. But in my mind, I said, at least I was able to do it. I was able to figure it out. I was able to find some solution to it. So that's critical thinking. The innovators are ready to spend time in critical thinking. And critical thinking is not common. It's not common. As a matter of fact, the successful people are thinkers. They spend more time thinking than even executing. That is why you see them, they have thinking time. You know, Steve Jobs used to walk his dog. So he combined thinking with exercise. He walk his dog, he will walk like mouse, thinking. They separate themselves to a secluded place just to think. And they could spend hours in thinking. So while others are spending hours walking, they are spending hours in thinking. That's the quality of... Another thing is confidence. Imagine, I haven't thought about finding a solution, okay? Something. Don't you think you'll be confident that that thing will work? Yes. So why others are saying, hey, this is impossible, they are confident that it will work. So as they direct their team, they say, hey, keep trying. They keep encouraging the team that it will work because they have confidence in it. Even when they fail, even when they are receiving, meeting with a lot of failures, they still believe that it will work. And of course, having confidence is a result of all the time they have spent in critical thinking, in having revelation about the solution to the problem. Having gone through all that, they become confident. That's what they call faith. They become confident that it will work. And it's always difficult to carry other teams along. That's why innovators are always on their own. They are always on their own because they hardly carry other people along. It usually takes some time, maybe when they start seeing the unfolding of the problem being solved, that people start believing that it will work. But initially, it looked impossible. So they are alone, yet they have confidence. Is collaboration. Collaboration is a quality, but sometimes it works against them. Just like we said, they are on their own most of the time because they are the only people seeing the solution to the problem. The other people around them are not seeing. However, they cannot do it on their own because one of the innovators don't have is administration. Some people that have to develop it as well. A lot of people have to develop. They have to consciously develop the skill of administration because naturally innovators are not good in administration. They are good in executing the thing through administrators, through managers, through other people, but they are not usually good in administration. So they have to learn that skill, administration. So innovators try to collaborate by learning. So you find out that they spend time in learning the skills in order to manage people, to collaborate and manage people. And lastly, the last quality I will discuss today is visionary thinking. Visionary thinking. So right now we are running a series, visionary leadership. Visionary leadership means what? Leading from a vision, you see. So running on a vision until you are able to convince people that, hey, this vision is for real. This vision will come to fruition. So teenage innovators are visionary people. So it means they depend on the revelation they have, on the vision they have, on their gut feeling, whatever you want to call it. It depends on themselves, something from inside of them. They depend more on that than what they hear from outside. I hope with these qualities, you can think, am I a teenage innovator, or even am I an innovator or not? If you are not, of course, every skill can be developed. Even if it does not come natural to you, you can still develop these skills by practicing, by desiring to have these skills, and by practicing them. Hope you got something today. We'll see you next time.